Boom, 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 boom. Bam, boom, 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 bam, boom, 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 bam, boom, 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 bam, boom, boom, boom. Doon, 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 doon. Let's flippin' go! Man, yo, listen. Hold up, man. I need the camera immediately. Hold on, where's it at? Where's the camera? I need it in 4K. I don't care what my internet is on. I need it. Hold up, man. Hold up. Ladies and gentlemen. Yo. After yesterday's Reverie, which shout out to Volume 1 for killing it. Yo, man, Josh and Megan put on a spectacular show yesterday. And after leaving that stream last night, I was already, because of the chapter in the fan letter, I've been in a One Piece mood for weeks. I'm always in a One Piece mood, but I was even more so in a One Piece mood. Dude, after the Reverie yesterday, I was like, I don't care what happens today. I am gonna sit down and we are gonna read some greatness, dude. And that's exactly what we are here to do today. We left off on one of the hypest break week chapters ever, man. Finally seeing Elbaf and Loki. So it's like, yo, it's double the hype, double the excitement. And it's like in the midst of that, we had a phenomenal community experience that reminds me why I love this place so much, yo. So it's like the perfect wombo combo of like, man, I just could not wait to hop on here. While I've been gone, I reread, or I should say while One Piece has been gone, I reread every chapter that came out this year. From 1103 until 1130. And I ranked them to get ready for the ranking the chapters, the video at the end of the year that we always do. But rereading all of that reminded me just how fantastic this year has been, bro. Like we've been cooking so hard. And we just got to Elbaf. It's insane, man. It is so crazy. Is my audio good? Is the audio good, man? Oh. Let's go, dude. Ali G! That's how I know we're back. That is how I know we're back. Ali G comes up in there like swimwear. And is like, yo, we can't return without dropping some heat in the chat. Yo. The God Hand of Finance. Thank y'all so much for letting me know. Audio Apu. Appreciate y'all. But the God Hand of Finance. You know, it's crazy. While I was rereading the Gorosei stretch, still not believing all that happened in Egghead, by the way. But while I was rereading the Egghead stretch, like I can never look at the Gorosei ever again because of what we've nominated as people in our chat. So anytime I see these characters now, I'm like, man, I see different levels of Gorosei, but even then, it's like, it's such an immersive experience. Like, bro, rereading 1110 again was one of those, like, I can't believe this actually happened chapters, you know? Like, the 5 Gorosei show up in one place. Like, who would have ever imagined? Who would have ever imagined? But man, just so excited. Ali G, bro, thank you. Seriously, the God Hand of Finance coming up in their, like, swimwear. In this extremely late chapter reaction. I appreciate y'all for being here. Obviously, I believe the chapter dropped on Saturday morning. And I was working really, really excited to get to the Reverie after that. So I put it out on Discord, like, yo, I don't know what's going to happen with the chapter reaction, but I hope we can do it as soon as possible. So since we finished last night at like 1:30 in the morning, I was like, okay, it's definitely not happening tonight. But I was like, tomorrow night, let's try to see if we can make it work. And it did. And so I didn't care what was in front of me, you know what I'm saying? We were going to do this. Even if my Eagles were playing right now, I didn't care. Because it's Loki season, baby. It's Elbaf season. I can't wait, man. I just, Ali G, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much to everyone who's here, obviously, for this chapter, for this momentous occasion. You know, it's anytime that we start off a brand new arc, it's always something special. But it's Elbaf, you know, like the build up, the fact that there was a break. It's like, dude, double the hype, man, double the hype. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Turnip, before I go into the supers, Turnip says, I don't know if you talked about it, but did you like the Gorosei colors? I have to look at the volume cover again, because I got like one look at the volume cover, and then I haven't looked at it again, so I can't properly comment on it, because I've only seen it like once, or maybe twice, so I'd have to look at it again. Matter of fact, after we do this chapter, I will go on, because I'm afraid of getting spoiled on this week's chapter. Whenever we finish the chapter, remind me to go look at the volume cover so that I can see that, because I completely forgot. Akash Panda, thank you. I'll know that, man. I gotta do Hunter tomorrow too. All right, we'll be careful. We'll be careful. As long as mods are on point, I believe in y'all. I believe in y'all to keep me spoiler free during, at the very least, today's stream. So let's go ahead and look at some of the supers before we get into the chapter, bro. We're finally continuing Elbaf, yo. I'm excited. Yes, I will be using Viz today. For sure. We're doing the Sunday fun day. Josh Pointer. Now this is how we know. You know what I'm saying? When we got the Ali G and the Josh Pointer Wombo combo, that's how we know we're in for some gas. And then of course if Instant Messenger Sama comes in as well, then we know that some spooky stuff is about to go down. But Josh Pointer comes in the 10, says, Nico Robin, all caps, ... Now, I don't know if the ... dotting is for a certain Monkey D. Dragon, or if it's to emphasize the capital Nico Robin. You'll understand after you've read the chapter. That's all I need to say. Reverie was amazing too. Now, agreed on the Reverie, but I don't know what you mean about the Robin. So I guess it could be a red herring and you're actually talking about dragons. So I'll keep that in mind. If in this week's chapter we get any sort of insight into Monkey D. Dragon, then we may look back on this as like a super red herring by Josh Pointer. So extremely excited to see whether we're going to have a Robin chapter this week or a Dragon chapter this week. We shall see. Or a Revs chapter. Or Revs. Personally, I really hope we stay on Elbaf. But if we get a Revs chapter, just to... bro, God's Knights? Holy Knights? Wait, see some garlic right now? Man, listen. If we were to switch, realistically, if we were to switch to anything else that's not here, as badly as I want to stay here, if you were to give me a list of, like, things that I want to see more than anything else, I'd be like, I want to see Luffy and Loki, number one above anything. I don't, it could even be Shanks, you know what I'm saying? It could be, my number one thing I want to see right now is Luffy and Loki. That's number one after last week's chapter. And then after that, it's like, okay, then you put in, you know, the emus and things like that. So, if Oda goes away and he pulls an egghead, fine. But we'll see. We shall see, Josh Pointer. We will come back to this message after the chapter to see. whether it is Robin Hood or Dragon Greatness. Appreciate you, Josh Pointer. Then Josh Pointer comes in with a membership for 14 months. Wait, am I still live? Am I still live? I'm in the red. Yo, Kev! What's good, Kev, man? It's good to see you, bro. I appreciate you, Kev, man. Akash, man, we're still live? Bro! It's telling me over on the YouTube side that we're not. Let me know. Let me know if at any point the thing dies. Let me know if at any point the thing... Because on YouTube, it says error. Just straight up error. Like, I don't exist anymore. So let's see. Let's see. But Kev, man, it's good to see you, brother. All love to you, bro. Seriously. But yeah, let me know if we go down. Then Josh Porter comes in membership 14 months. It's 3 weeks later, and the fan letter still blows my mind. I think over the break week, or the break weeks, the fan letter was one of those things that I continuously revisited because it's just that special. And so all love to the individuals behind that. Obviously, Ishitani at the helm, but everyone else who was also involved in that because it was truly something special. Yo. Shout out to the fan letter. Thank you, Josh Pointer. 14 months, man. Phoebe, quotation marks, Kira, Tokyo, comes in with a 5 and says, when the time comes, I have some very unfortunate news to share with you all, which are 100% real and not a joke. Trust me, bro. Okay, so now I think you're trolling. So, when the time comes, now I'm kind of scared. What does that mean? Now you've got me feeling like Emmett. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm Emeth waiting for the appointed day to untie the knot. Now I have to wait to untie the Phoebe message. This unfortunate news. You got me out here trying to untie the hockey knot. Okay, so I guess we'll wait for the appointed time. It may not be today. It may not even be tomorrow. It could even be next week. It could be next month. It could even be next year. But we'll be waiting for this unfortunate news. I appreciate you, Phoebe. I'm curious. Very, very curious. I appreciate you. Jonathan Tamal then comes to membership for 18 months. It says, yo, coach, we are back. For the One Piece greatness, strap in, coach, because you are in for something special this chapter. I mean, it's Elbaf, dude. It's gotta be something special. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Jonathan Tamal, man. I cannot wait to dive in. 18 months is crazy, by the way. A year and some change. Straight. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you, Jonathan Tamal. Thank you. Hope everything is well. Ali G then, of course, came up with the 20 memberships to God Hand Finance. Then LAJ35 comes to a membership for 8 months. Says, yo, coach, haven't been here in a while because of the house flood, but things starting to look up. Finally had to come back for this chapter. Dude, what is this chapter, bro? Yo, man. Okay, so my dog LAJ said, screw all of the stuff that's happening personally. We gotta be here for peak. That's all I know with this is some gas. You know what I'm saying? So, on a serious note though, LAJ, I do hope things are truly on the up for you. I remember when you told me about the flooding situation, which was about a month ago, right? At this point, I just truly hope that things are on the up for you, and that your stocks continue to rise in your own personal life. So, I really do hope nothing. I hope for nothing but the best for you, bro, and that things just continue to get better. And so, but let's enjoy this chapter together. Let's enjoy this chapter together. Yo, I can't wait to see what we got in store. Then Judgmentus comes to your membership for 16 months. Says, I haven't even read this chapter yet. I'm going to read along with you this time. Let's go, Judgmentus. Let's perfect go. I finished Trails the Third. Trails the Third? Trails the Third? Yo, Trails the Third is that gas. That capital G. I love that game, man. I really do. I finished Trails in the Sky the Third the other day. It was the best one. So your favorite one so far? Or did you play like Cold Steel first, then Sky? Or like how did you... Are you going through it in order? That's dope. That's dope. I'm glad you like Sky. Sky the Third is like the Skypea of Trails. where it's very divisive in terms of how people experience it. Like, I've seen some people really like it, some people don't like it, but I think it just represents the series so well. So it's a very special arc for me. I really, really love Sky the Third. So appreciate you, Judge Mentis. Hopefully, I think if you are going through the series in order, then that's super, super dope. I'm looking forward to seeing your updates. And to read this chapter together. Yo, what are we doing this week? Let's see. Whoa! Hold up! Wait a minute. Hold on, man. Dude. As if we were already back. Now we're really back. Hold up. Now, hey, listen. The Gorosei all showed up on Egghead. Now, as far as I'm concerned, they're showing up on Elbaf. You know what I'm saying? Brother, there is 157 people in here. If y'all don't have a membership, it's because Emu is not allowing it. Emu is not allowing it. 50 gifted memberships? Dude, the entire chat is about to be a member. This is crazy. This is crazy. Whoa! Joaquin! Hundos! 100 flippin' memberships, dog! What are we doing? Brother, yo, man, this is crazy, dude. Yo! I know I've said this multiple times this year, but are y'all trying to make me retire for real? And yo, man. Holy flat. Yo, Joaquin is out here blessing the chat, brother. Blessing me. Blessing the world. Holy flag north. Yo, I don't even know what to say. Like, more so than the fact that you just dropped that is what the flag nards is in store in this chapter. You know what I'm saying? That's sort of like where my head is at. It's like, yo, to do this. Joe, can I appreciate you, dog? On a serious note. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, because 120 members, new members, out of the 180 concurrent viewers that we have is insane. It is actually insane. Like, I truly appreciate you, Joaquin, man. Thank you. I don't know if enough words can be stated to the Gorosei of the channel, yo. I love the Gorosei of the channel way more than I will ever love the Gorosei in the series, and I love the Gorosei of the series. Some of them. We don't like spiders. But that's why that one got taken out. Yeah, but I appreciate you, Joaquin, man. Thank you so much for that. All love to you. Man. Yo, I hope everybody got a membership that wanted one. Seriously, I hope everybody that wanted a membership got one today, because that's crazy. That is absolutely insane. Now, let's see, for the next one, we've got Luis Cardona, who comes to a membership for 17 months. It says, for an arc that apparently wasn't planned, this is beyond peak. Strap in, coach. Yo, man, I can't wait. I can't flippin' wait, yo. I can't wait. Okay. Slight lag? Oh, God. Okay. Thank you for letting me know, Akash Panda. I appreciate you. Let me know whenever we're back, and then we'll get into the the chapter. I mean, okay, so yeah, I don't know what's going on with my internet. Okay, I have the error on YouTube again. A little bit of lag. Okay, I think we should be good now. We're back? We're back now? Okay, so if we're back, let me grab the laptop. We'll do the intro. And it's time for some peek. Yo, Quag 2, not just Quag 2. Quag 2, Kosh Panda, Lazy Mofos. I saw so many of y'all yesterday in the in the Reverie chat, and I was, oh, how could I forget? I have a personal message, dude. Let me make sure that I'm not lagging. Yo, I have a personal message. So after the Reverie went off the air, I off air obviously, I told MT Melody how much my community truly loves her videos. And she said, yo, tell your chat I said thank you. And that y'all are super sweet. So straight from MT herself, the legendary Melody. All love to the squad. All love to the chat. Because obviously for all of this time, y'all have been promoting her videos over on the channel, and so I really wanted to let her know that, like, yo, my community truly rocks with your stuff. And so she had a really sweet message to send y'all's way. And so I was like, I almost forgot to tell y'all that. I was like, I can't wait to tell the chat that. But let me grab the laptop real quick. Yeah, Reverie was awesome. Yeah, no, Mel's awesome. Truly, first time meeting her yesterday. Super dope individual. Super dope individual. Let's go into TCB. Oh my god! Hold on, before I open a TCB, are we reading the title? Hold on. Hashtag boob piece. Yeah, that one was crazy, bro. Let me know if we're reading the title. And then while we figure out if we're reading the title, ladies and gentlemen, oh yeah, that's right, we're reading it off Viz. Thank you for reminding me, Tetsuya D. Saul. Yeah. We're reading it off Viz. I completely forgot. Let me go over to the thing real quick. Let me see. I'm just so used to it. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're reading it on the Viz. Look at my girl Akane on the cover. Hold up. Yes, sir. Hey, Akane Banashi, ladies and gentlemen, coming out every Sunday. That's my jam right there. Like, besides One Piece, it's my favorite read of the week. It's One Piece #1, Akane Banashi right behind it. Absolutely love that series. And she got the cover this week. We move, baby, we move. All right, but yeah, I'll click on the One Piece thing in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, like I was just saying, yesterday, super special occasion when all of us are able to get together and talk about the greatness, the awesome sauce, our beloved best-selling manga in history, the thing that brings us all together, the thing that we argue on, the thing that we have great discussions on, the thing that brings us together, the thing that serves as the glue between nation and nation, country and country, place and place. We are here today to experience the continuation of an arc that I know y'all are super excited for, that I'm super excited for, that the entire world is super excited for. From the moment that we all reached Little Garden, we were promised that one day we would reach the land of warriors, the land of giants, the land of Dory and Brogy, the land of Oimo and Kashi, the land of Hadru Din, the land of Let's Flip and Go! Let's flip and go, man. And after hearing about Loki and Big Mom's flashback to get both Loki and Elbaf in the same chapter, it was just yo. And now we are here today to have the continuation in the latest installment. I can't believe I'm about to say this. The latest installment of Elbaf. Whether you want to say that with a capital PH or a capital F, I am not judging you. What I am here to do is let you know that we are in hashtag Elbaf season, hashtag Loki season, hashtag Luffy has a coat again season. And I can't wait for all of the peak that is waiting for us in this week's installment of that finally, yo, 11:31. I didn't know if we would ever get to it. After 3 weeks, man. Yo, all love, once again, to the individuals stopping by tonight. We'll be reading the Viz translation. Hopefully, is my camera a little blurry? I think we're good there. All right. Yes to reading the title. Perfect. Let's go. By the way, one more quick thing of housekeeping. A massive thank you to everyone who donated to the Uzumaki Con GoFundMe that he was doing, that we talked about in the last stream that we held here on the channel. I believe he met the goal today. I was told that in the Discord earlier, and I was so happy for Con. So for the individuals that are, of course, a part of the community here, for anyone that was worried about that situation, Con, I believe, has met the goal, and things are starting to go on the up for him. And so, my personal thing to Con, man, that's the brother. You know what I'm saying? That's the brother. That's the good brother. And it's just, I'm so happy that things are on the up for him, and I wish nothing but the best for him and his family. So Con, it'll be good to see you back here soon, yo. Can't wait to have the Uzumaki Con greatness once again on YouTube very, very soon. And so all love to my guy, for sure. Now, let's get into the Shonen Jump greatness. Look at Akane, man. Let's go. Kane Banashi. Yo, Blue Box has been great. Chainsaw Man has been crazy. Alright, and then Hunter x Hunter. I can't wait to read that tomorrow, dude. So excited. Yeah, Con met the goal. Thank you for confirming that. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Alright. Now, let's get into the chapter. This doesn't even feel real, dude. One Piece chapter 1131. Elbaf, man. Alright. Let's go ahead and make this full screen. One Piece. Chapter 1131. Loki in the Underworld. As in the criminal underworld? The underworld? The Garcia Saturn underworld? Like, what are we talking about here, bro? Are we talking about the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy? Accent and all? Underworld? Or are we talking about the Big Mom wedding type of underworld? Like, what type of underworld are we talking about here? You feel me? Hey, I'm very interested. I'm extremely... It could be both. It could be both. Meaning that... I know in chapter 1130 we talked a lot about the Doflamingo vibes we received from this character. If Loki has ties to the criminal underworld, that would be very interesting. Very, very interesting. But if he's connected in some way, shape, or form to the underworld, then it's like, whoa, you know? That's just as cool. That is just as cool. So, I'm curious. I'm very curious in the title. So, obviously, we've got Tama, Speed, and Yamato with our favorite dog here. Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate, Pilgrimage Volume 18, after that Sword Thief, of course, going after the Sword Thief from the previous cover story. It's good to see Speed again. Feels like it's been a minute. Let's go, yo. Yes! 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 We are still with the king, man. We're still with the king. Norse Land of the Dead. So it's cool. So we might be cooking with some. So it's that kind of underworld then. Okay. So Luffy comes in. So glad we're still here. I was a little scared we were gonna cut to something else. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, no. If there's one chapter where I don't want Oda to cut it to anything else, it would have been this one, right? So it's like, we're still here. Luffy yells, "Oh yeah, just like me, and just like you, because we finally got chapter 1131. Oh yeah, that's me, baby." I knew this was Elbaf. We get another panel of a very small Luffy in front of Loki, chained up, so raw, dude. I knew this was Elbaf. We've been waiting to get here for ages. Everything really is huge in Elbaf. So is Elbaf Texas? You know, everything's bigger in Texas. That's what SpongeBob taught me. You know what I'm saying? If SpongeBob taught me anything, it said everything's bigger in Texas. Everything from Alaskan bullworms to the Sandy song. When I was in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. The only thing that we better not see here in this arc is the Dallas Cowboys, because I'm an Eagles fan and I can't stand the Dallas Cowboys. So as long as we steer away from that part of Texas, then we'll be good. Then we'll be all right. Oh yeah, good for you, by the way. I wonder if Usopp will figure it out when he gets up there. That is so beautiful. First thing he thinks of is Usopp, because Luffy and Usopp were the two individuals that... You know what I really love that's beautiful about this, besides what I was about to say, is Usopp for so many of these islands has been about the, catching, getting on an island disease, right? And doesn't want to go to the island as cool as it may be. Like, Usopp internally is like, yo, how cool would it be to go on the island? But it's like the coward inside of Usopp is like, I don't know if I want to go on the island. And Elbaf has always been the one thing from Little Garden to now. It's like, yo, that's the one I want to go to. And it might end up being the scariest one of them all. But throughout the course of the entire series, that was always the one arc that was like, yo, that's where I want to go. I don't care, barring anything. I want to go there. And that's always been so cool to me. In the way that has sort of tied Luffy and Usopp together, but also showcases the adventure piece aspect of the series, where Luffy gets really excited, of course, going into a specific island, but now we have somebody with a very similar amount of enthusiasm for just this one specific place, because of their ties to Dory and Brogy, because of their ties to whom they believe these giants to be. And I love it. I love that Luffy shouted out Usopp here. I wonder if Usopp will figure it out when he gets up there. What's on top of the tree? We all want to know that. Let me know. Hey, the most powerful nation in the world lived and breathed warfare? Wow, that's wild. When I was on Dory and Brogy's ship, I'd never seen so many giants at once. It was really overwhelming. Hey, Luffy's not even letting the man speak. You know what Luffy is? Luffy's me when somebody talks about One Piece in real life, bro. Like, yo, real talk. Somebody brings up One Piece in real life. I can't contain myself. What? Yo, they'll start talking. Hey, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Listen, I can be a very quiet individual. I'm a very observant individual, especially whenever I'm in like the workplace or anything. We could engage in conversation all day, but I like to stick to my own thing, especially whenever I like want to get immersed in my own ideas and stuff. But yo, when somebody brings up flipping One Piece stuff, I can't help it. That's why I made a YouTube channel. That's why we do 12-hour streams. From yesterday, I can't help it, man. On my birthday, you know what I spent my birthday doing this year, y'all? I spent my birthday talking about this series for 6 hours. 6 hours? And I loved every second of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's what we do. So Luffy's like me. Like, yeah, man, I'm not gonna let you talk. This is my opportunity. And I have to apologize. I really do. I have to apologize to the people that I have not allowed to speak because of my love for this series. I can't contain it. You can't contain it. It just happens. It just happens. We have to work on it. And I have to work on it. So, Luffy, you've got to work on it, but don't contain your enthusiasm, baby. Don't contain it. I had never seen so many giants at once. It was really overwhelming. I can believe they're the most powerful. Hey, I'm talking to you. And Loki yells. I'm assuming this is Loki. And it starts shifting the trees right here. As it like, so he yells so loud. We have like a zoom out panel similar to one that we got with Topman. Whenever he yelled back in Egghead, and we had like that Conqueror's Hockey blast. Now, obviously, this isn't Conqueror's Hockey, a Conqueror's Hockey infused yell, but the zoom out is very similar here. We've got some wolves. They're growling. They sense Loki. Dude, look at Loki, bro. So then we get the following panel, and he just looks so cool, dude. We've got a very small Luffy standing on what appears to be his thigh. And Loki's just looking down like, like, let's fucking go, man. I am the sun god enshrined in the legends of this land. You will not speak without my permission, human. Now answer me. What do you make of this situation? That's actually extremely interesting. I am the sun god enshrined in the legends of this land, obviously the real one being the one that he's looking at. But the "you will not speak without my permission" human implies that he has some sort of thing within himself that makes him want to control others. That makes him want to control how what others can say and or not say. The things they can do and not do. Which is very interesting considering that this is the very same individual who is currently locked up in chains. And even while being locked up in chains, still states these very same words. Now answer me, what do you make of the situation? Now, what does he mean by this? Right? Like, what situation? Elbaf's accursed prince. Yo, that was titled last week's chapter. Loki, love the font. Special government bounty. Bounty? 2.6! This man almost has a Yonko bounty. Dude, he's almost got the Admiral and Yonko bounty. The accursed prince hype. 2.6? He's almost at flipping Luffy. And Lon Kid. He's almost there. He's like 4 away. on Loki's head, right behind the Emperors, and in the thing that we got while we were gone for the Admirals, where they're also worth 3 bill. Dude, Loki, the Loki hype continues. Yo, 2.6 mil is insane. That is insane. What do I make of it? That you're chained up? I love this panel of Luffy. Keenly surmised, but no man chooses to be chained. Is that an aspect of freedom that we're about to explore? And I am no exception in this regard. I would rather be free. Do you know I've been here for 6 years? 6 years? He's been chained for 6 years? Luffy has the same reaction as me. 6 years? I consider myself the strongest in all of Elbaf. But this tree is known as the Jewel Tree. The Jewel Tree? The Jewel Tree Adam. The Jewel Tree Adam. Holy Lagnarts. The Adam Tree, which forms the very kingdom of Warland itself. The tree itself is the island of Elbaf. Like, how cool of a concept is that? The chains are sea prism stone, and they rob me of my strength and keep me imprisoned. So I have a question for you, Roddy. It's Luffy. I love how Luffy immediately gets comfortable. He's like, hey, I kind of rock with this guy's vibes. You know what I'm saying? He gets comfortable, puts his feet up. Do you want to make a deal? Do you want to make a deal, Luffy? You're a pirate, aren't you? If you should undo these chains that bind me, I'll offer to completely eliminate one rival pirate crew of your choosing. What say you? Luffy would never care about anything like that, but the fact that Loki is bringing this up is what's really fascinating to me. Because that just shows me that he understands what pirate crews value. He understands what a normal pirate crew fears, which is the rival pirate crew that could potentially get to a treasure before them and or poses a threat before they're able to get to a certain thing for any normal group, right? Obviously, Luffy's different. But he understands how pirate crews think. The key should be somewhere in the village. Within the village. Now, if you'd rather not, I won't force your hand. Oh, but I didn't mention, this is the lowest plane of Elbaf. The Underworld. Ooh, so now we're going to explore the different planes. So that's why the tree is split into, I believe it's 3, right? I don't want to switch the chapter. Oh yeah, we have a panel right here. So we have the bottom part, which is like super, super cold. So I'm assuming that's the Underworld. Then the middle section, which I believe is probably where everybody lives. And then there's the section above. So that is actually interesting because that could be seen as a sort of parallel to the One Piece verse itself, with land, sea, and air, right? Like the Underworld could represent the sea, the middle section representing the blue sea, as it's stated, right? Where we are, and then the top of the tree could be like the sky, which is a very interesting thing to explore. But the fact that so that's why the chapter is called Loki of the Underworld. The Underworld of Elbaf in particular is this plane in which they're in. And they're obviously playing on like the different places in Norse mythology that there is like the Nibelheim or Nibelheim, some Final Fantasy VII thing. I forgot what it's called. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know about this stuff more than I do. You know what I'm saying. This is the lowest plane of Elbaf, the Underworld, a place that no one dares venture into, and the king did, because he's him. He's him, man. Those judged to be criminals are dropped down here. Ooh, so they get sent down here basically to pass judgment on them. This place is their prison and their execution yard. Who is they? This place is their prison and their execution yard. Who is they? Dig into the snow around you, and you'll find the bones of giant and man alike. What in the Flagnards is that? Is that the Yeti? We've got a big hand that comes out of the floor like it's Elden Ring. And then you have this silhouetted beast. Crushes a tree. These mountains have existed for tens of thousands of years. In our mythology, we call this the first world. Dude, this is actually starting to truly like trigger some things, man. It's starting to trigger some things here. And it's super interesting. The third Yeti cool, brother. You feel me? It's like, yo. Dude. So these mountains have existed for tens of thousands of years, and in our mythology, we call this the first world. And obviously, in One Piece, we see how like all the islands have like different like creation myths and stuff. But what I find so interesting about this one is I've always felt that Elbaf, I talked about this yesterday in the Reverie, could represent like the creation of the verse itself, right? So we're gonna get a lot of like beginning of One Piece, like the world of One Piece stuff within this arc. And so if that's the case, what better way than to start this off by saying that in their mythology, because these mountains have existed for tens of thousands of years, they refer to this part as the first world. I just think that's so cool. That is so cool. And so piratey as well. My God! Bro, look at this. It's like the Gorosei panel again. So we've got a little small Luffy right here in the center. And then we have a giant bear. King Kong. I believe that's like a wolf or a dog. And we've got a big snake. We've got Zunisha's cousin. I mean, dude. A place where the sun is only a dead memory, foolish human. Yo, what a line. A place where the sun is only a dead memory. I don't know what brought you to these snowy peaks. But you'd best be wary of the wild beasts. A great and deadly sentinel prowls each and every mountain. And since I was a lad, they've all been fast friends of mine. I guarantee you they're going to be fast friends of Luffy too. Luffy spent all of Ruskaina befriending individuals just like this. Even more parallels between Loki and Luffy. Now I see why Loki thought he was Luffy. They're very similar. At least in regards to certain aspects. Obviously not in others, as we've saw in the previous page. But at the very least here. Oh, this takes me back. He's got to be talking about Ruskaina, right? He's got to be talking about Ruskaina. So if you don't do as I say, they may not take kindly to it. Luffy's not going to give a flying flatter. He's going to be like, yo, y'all want to go eat something? I just cooked some rabbit. You feel me? I can cook something else up. I got Sanji. I got the best cook in the world. Y'all want some food? He's probably looking at them like some food. Like, I could have some Donkey Kong. I could have some polar bear. A good old snake. Those other little ones are humans who chose to do battle with Elbaf. They wear stinking robes to turn away the ravenous beasts. But they only delay the inevitable because they are corpses already. Now that's really uncalled for, sir. So yeah, we do have some robed dudes. Right here. Who is this guy? Can we rob him blind? Maybe he's got something. We don't want to get knocked unconscious like the last time. Knocked unconscious? Did Loki use Conqueror's Haki? Can we rob him blind? Maybe he's got something. We don't want to get knocked unconscious like the last time. So is he implying that that this is when somebody else attempted to come, they had Conqueror's Haki? Another giant, perhaps? Good lord, bro. I mean, around here, you don't expect to run into red hair. Yo! My flippin' dog! The main man! He who is him! He who is him, dog! I mean, around here, you don't expect to run into red-haired Shanks of all people. Then Luffy's like, huh? Like, what you mean? What you mean? What you mean? Did you just... What? Did you just say Shanks? You better believe that's what you just said, Luffy. Wait, bro, so what is that implying, dog? Because I remember in the 11:30 predictions that we were doing in the chat, we were like, yo, I remember somebody in the chat brought up, like, what about if the person who chained up this dude was flipping Shanks? And I remember all of us in the chat were like, yo, that would be mad dope. So the last time somebody came up here, it was Shanks. So that's not guaranteeing that he was the one that chained him up. It's just saying that he was the last one that made his way up here. Or I'm sorry, made his way down here, I should say. Oh, man. Did you say Shanks? We did, but this is really invalidating everything we thought we knew. Who is that guy? How did he tame the Sentinels of the Peaks? They all love Luffy. I didn't even notice. I was so caught up in the Shanks thing. Dude, because that's just him. That right there, that panel showcases exactly what Luffy's all about. Bringing not just people together, anything that has life within it together. Like, these are all individuals that just met the dude and like, yo, we'll ride and die for him. As they should. As they should. What? Wait a second, who is that pipsqueak? Does Shanks really come here? You know red hair? And Luffy smiles. Let's go, man! So Loki has the ... If you mean that coward of a pirate, he certainly did. Oh, of course. Oh, man, what does he mean by that? Dang, Luffy went straight for the hands! Luffy went gear 4. He said, who you calling a coward? Who you calling a coward? Luffy goes gear 4. Is this Snake Man? Or Bound Man? I don't even care. It looks like Bound Man. Goes straight. Hands. 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 Goes in. Loki looks shook. Did he hit him? No. It looks like Loki moved his head and Luffy punches the rubble next to him. Yo, he went right into gear 4. Like, who you calling a coward, dog? And I feel... Bound Man, thank you. Definitely. It's on site. On site vintage. Dude. Like, what you mean? Don't talk about Shanks like that, bro. Yo. Loki moves out of the way. Luffy punches the side. Yeah! Prince Loki. Hey, wait, take it easy. Whoa. I was only joking. You better only be joking. We don't play about Shanks around here, dog. What? And we see how much Luffy's truly conquered Gear 4, man. And his gears. As you see, like, his hand comes back, the hair starts revolving back. Wow. Just immediate. An immediate transformation that also rescinds without, doing what it did before. And look at how shocked the Sentinels are. All the Sentinels are like, they're sweating. They're like, oh, we didn't want to deal with that, you know? Like, they were just charmed by the dude. And then they saw Luffy about to go up in the storm. Like, oh, my bad. Hey, you know, we got nothing but love for you, Chief. We got nothing but love for you, King. Don't say that, even as a joke. I'm helpless here. I can't defend myself. The instant I get these chains off, I'm gonna kill him. He's talking about Shanks? I'm helpless here. I can't defend myself. The instant I get these chains off, I'm gonna kill him. Then you better not make me mad. Next time you see something like that, I'll embed you into that tree? God Lord! He said instead of imprinting my fist into your face like you're Bellamy, I'm gonna make you a part of the tree. I'm gonna make you a part of the jewel. Luffy, dog! Next time you say something like that, I'll embed you into that tree. Oh my God. Dog, he said he's gonna bury him. He's gonna put him and he can make him a part of the tree itself. He's gonna make him a Christmas ornament. You wouldn't dare, idiot. And why was Shanks here? Why did he come to see you? That couldn't have been why he was here. Is he still in Elbaf? I wish, Luffy, man. With every fiber in my being, bro. You won't be getting those answers for nothing. Oh, I love that from Loki. I love that from Loki. Oh, he's thinking about Luffy. Oh, because thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I got you. So he's thinking about Luffy. Oh, it is a thought bubble. You're absolutely right. It is the instant I get these chains off, I'm gonna kill him. So yeah, he's thinking about the king, and then obviously Luffy responds with what he said. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So then Loki, of course, proposes like, yo, you're not gonna get those answers for nothing. So Loki has a lot of pirate energy going for him. Obviously, with the pirate crew comment from earlier, but also with this now, is like, yo, you're not getting any of this stuff for free. No information for free. Nothing for free. Nothing in any regard for free, which is super interesting. And I like that additional layer to his character. I'm actually excited to see more from his backstory, considering the type of personality that we're truly seeing from him here. But I love their dynamic already. I think Luffy and Loki have a very cool dynamic so far. Luffy's like, yo, don't play about that, man. Don't joke about that. You won't be getting those answers for nothing. And, like, I wonder what that is, man. Oh, okay, so we cut over to Nami here. Look how it's really shaking. Oh, yeah, they're climbing that big behind bridge. That's right. I'm gonna die. Is that what I think it is? Usopp puts on the binoculars? Huh? You mean, yeah, someone's coming. I don't know who it is. Is that Roto? But he looks all charred up, like he got hit by lightning. 'Cause Nami laid the smack down as she should. It's probably whoever was under that sun god mask. I knew it. So Roto's coming up, and behind him is that female warrior and the chubby one. Okay, so from last chapter. Goldberg. The Sunny. That's where the Sunny's there? What's going on? Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, he is carrying the Sunny. Wait, he's carrying the Sunny? Does that mean that Frankie and them are there? Wait, no, I'm sorry. No. Because Frankie and them are they were on the giant ship. Frankie and them were on the giant ship. We were on the Sunny, which is why we got separated. That's right. We got separated because it was different. So This is how they got control of the Sunny and allowed like Roto to do everything that he did with us throughout the last couple chapters. So they're carrying the Thousand Sunny inside. They're chasing him and carrying the Sunny. The Sunny there. What's going on? It sounds like it's cutting. It sounds like it's cutting time. No, they might be the Master's friends. Okay, so that's Usopp, of course. That's what Usopp refers to Dory and Brogy as. He refers to them as the Masters. There's only one thing to do. Look, the finish line is before us. So we got Sanji, Usopp, Zoro, Nami, and Chopper here. Love seeing Chopper again in the reindeer mode. We gotta run it out. Sprint for all you're worth. Get to the Elbaf village that must be up there. If they catch up to us, we're goners. Underworld Warland. Dory and Brogy! Oh god! No, it's not. That's Hadrudin. That's flipping Hadrudin. See, we are not doing the same mistake again. That is definitely Hadrudin. I know the beard. I know the... Dead! Ga. There we go. Took down that moose. Just in the nick of time. So we've got Hadrudin here. These beasts don't live in the upper forest, but their meat is exquisite. I can already see the excitement on the Straw Hats' faces. Hadrudin, Stanson. But how we carry this monster? That thing is huge. Can't use a painter. Those sunstones don't work when it's snowing. Suck it up and be a man. This meat is for my saviors. A Hadrudin refresher. Back in Dressrosa, Hadrudin was caught in the wicked plot of Doflamingo, former warlord, and was nearly forgotten by the world until he was rescued by the Straw Hat crew. Now he is one of the 7 captains in the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. Heave-ho! See, we got this. We are the mighty warriors of Elbaf, the new giant pirate crew. So we got the new giant pirates with the captain Hadrudin, self-proclaimed Straw Hat Fleet, a pirate crew of 5 younger giants from the generation after Dory and Brogy. So we've got the cook, Goldberg, the doctor, Gerd, the shipwright, Stanson, and the navigator, Roto. And obviously, because they're under Hadrudin, we can assume that after this arc ends, they will be under our fleet as well. So, interesting stuff now that we're going to have a reunion there. So I wonder what happens whenever Hadrudin meets up with his crew again, and then we meet up with the Straw Hats, or they meet up with those Straw Hats in particular, with Sanji and Nami and them, and like what kind of interactions will we get from that? And that'd be super cool to see. But it's awesome to see Hadrudin here, and I love this drawing of Dofi on the bottom. It's got like Dofi controlling Hadrudin, utilizing his puppet abilities, as we see like Luffy here with Leo. I just think that's super cool. The sea near Elbaf. What do you think, Robin? Oh, I was just talking about them. Brooke, I've never cut a woman's hair before. I was quite nervous about it. I was quite nervous about doing it. Cut a woman's hair? Whose hair is he cutting? Lilith's? My hair would have been racing if I had one. Yo! Skull joke. Kia! You don't have a heart so unscientific. You're really cute. You look really cute, Robin. Robin got a haircut? Did she cut her hair like Nami? Pre-time skip? Haven't seen that look on you in ages. Haven't seen that look on you in ages. From Frankie? That's stunning. Well done, Brooke. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. Oh, it just got hot, man. My bad. Hold on, man. We got Bangs Robin again. We got Bangs Robin and Whoopies again. Now listen, I rock with Robin with the slick back hair. I do rock with slick back hair Robin. But Bangs Robin is unmatched. Unmatched. Bro, Robin got the bangs back? Nah. Yo, are you kidding me? Brooke, you killed it, dog. Brooke, man. Doing God's work. We've never been more back. Bangs Robin. So that she can meet Saul. And the two of them can see. Can we get much higher? I mean, bro, we can't get any more higher than Bangs Robin, man. It's perfect. So I got Glasses Robin a few chapters ago. And now I got Bangs Robin in Elbaf. I think that's the most important part. In Elbaf. It's perfect. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Brooke. Thank you from me. Thank you from my community. Thank you from the One Piece community. Thank you from all of us. Thank you from all of us. And like I said, I really, really love slick back hair Robin. Still looking awesome. Suit looking fresh. But Bangs Robin, bro. Yo, happy to help. Yo, man, I feel like I'm undersuited. Where's my suit? I gotta wear a suit, man. Come on. Yo, I'm mesmerized. I feel like I've fallen in love again. So it's the look you had when you met Saul. That's exactly what I was just saying, bro. It's the look you had when you met Saul. Then he'll be especially happy to see it. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Oh, man, I just know this reunion will have me bawling. Me too, Franks. Me too. That's the hairstyle we remember too, Robin. Oh, so that means if Robin has this hairstyle and they meet up with Vivi, then Vivi is going to see Miss All Sunday Robin, bro. And we have Robin smiling. What did I say a few chapters ago? That smile is worth more to me than anything, man. It is. It just is, bro. It is, man. The mists have cleared. Land ahoy, prepare to moor. That island of giants is gigantic. We gotta have a toast when we get to harbor. Yeah, Elbaf. What in the Flagnards is that? Is that a footprint? Huff, huff. Big trouble. It's Dr. Saul. Saul? He's fallen and he won't get up. You can't word it like that, bro. You can't word it like that and not expect me to think that's a joke, dude. You can't. I'm sorry if I'm not supposed to laugh, bro. You can't word it like that, bro. You can't. You can't word it like that, bro. I'm sorry, dog. You can't. It's the help. I'm falling and I can't get up commercials, dude. You can't word it like that. I'm sorry. You really can't, bro. You can't word it like that, bro. He's fallen. Exactly, the life alert. The life alert, yo. I'm sorry, yo, Saul. I don't mean it. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I apologize. That wasn't me. That was evil Recon, which is Par Vision, which is also Morge. You know, it wasn't me. It was Morge and or Parvision that was laughing. I pulled them back. This is a serious situation. We're never gonna say that line ever again. Oda should have ended it at Dr. Saul, and that's that. We can't have that other line there. Regardless, I think we just got our panel of the year in this chapter, which is Bangs Robin, no question. Now, wow. I'm at a loss for words. So, as we regain composure here, Loki and Luffy had a conversation. Loki and Luffy had a conversation. Loki and Luffy had a conversation. Oh yeah, that's my reaction to this chapter. Oh yeah. Because we got Shanks' confirmed greatness with Elbaf here. And him and Loki. But it's the conversation between Luffy and Loki and their dynamic that truly delivered there. And then moving on to the other side of things and seeing how the rest of the Straw Hats are also progressing in their particular section as we're setting up all the different plot threads. And then, of course, seeing Hadruddin and their eventual meetup. But then we go outside and we see that they're also about to land on Elbaf too. So all the Straw Hats are about to land here. I gotta look at the Robin panel one more time. I just can't believe it. Bro, Bangs Robin. I genuinely, inside of my heart, I was like, we're gonna get Bangs Robin again, but at the end of the series. Like, when we do the final thing around the world, we're gonna get all the Straw Hats. Like, Nami's probably gonna cut her hair again, just to pay homage to the beginning of the series. Robin will have the bangs again. You know, like a bunch of the characters will have something that will remind us of the beginning of this journey. But for her to pull it out here in Elbaf is like, man, Oda, relax, dude, relax. We gotta relax, man. We gotta relax. Now, getting back to Loki real quick before we go into some supers. Loki, besides obviously the Bangs Robin, is definitely my highlight of the chapter. For the personality, after the end of last week's chapter, I was sort of I was speculating on a lot of different ways that Oda could take Loki's personality, from like a Doflamingo standpoint, a sort of jokester, trickster-esque character that could like match up with like another trickster-esque character, which would be like an Usopp, or a Kaido Doflamingo-esque view of the world scenario. I was just thinking of a whole bunch of different ways that we could take the Loki character. And so in this week's chapter, we got to see how he pushes these certain things, attempts to take control of how other people feel about these things, but also has a lot of pirate energy to him. Which I think is so key, considering that when Oda was constructing One Piece, and in its earliest stages, he was doing so having been inspired by Vicky the Viking, right? Which is why a lot of this stuff is so important to him. So, Loki feeling so piratey was honestly the thing that I was not expecting from this chapter. But I'm so glad that we got. Because it just feels like he understands pirates. And I'm talking about like real life pirates, like a Blackbeard pirate. And I'm not saying Luffy's not a pirate, but like, you know what I mean. So, loved Luffy in this chapter as well. Great stuff. From the excitement with Elbaf and the Usopp thing, to that happened with the Sentinels, to kicking my feet up Luffy, and then the immediate response to the Shanks comment, I just think very, very well done. And very Luffy. Very, very Luffy. Immediately going for it. And we get to see that Loki, the Loki truly is that guy. And the fact that he was able to dodge a Gear 4 attack from Luffy. and did so while chained up. Extremely impressive. And obviously on top of the 2.6 billion berries. But the last thing that he says here, being, you won't be getting those answers for nothing, lets us know that he's all about the deals as well. So, super, super interesting introduction here for Loki. Obviously, he had one of the best character introductions last chapter. But fleshing it out in this one, and seeing how beloved he is by the animals, and then following that up with all of the pirate-esque energy that he has, it just further lets me know that, man, Loki's going to be like a heart. He's going to be the heartbeat that allows this arc to flow. And allows the arc to remain grounded in pirate stuff, which I just really appreciate. So, on this 6 years comment, let me go back real quick. Let me go to the One Piece wiki, because obviously the wiki is our main source of information. Shanks. Let me go back to Shanks real quick, because I don't remember exactly what chapter they stated this in. How many years was it again that Shanks has been an emperor? I'm trying to remember if it was 4 or 6 or 8. But I think it was 6. And if it was 6, then there has to be a connection there between the Shanks being an emperor thing and this Loki thing. Whether it was right after he became an emperor, he came back to Elbaf and had the conversation with Loki and kept him there chained up, or he was the one who chained him up. It was 6 years. Thank you, guys. Thank you. 957. That's what it was. So it was 957. 6 years ago, Shanks became a Yonko, confirmed in yes. So that's what I remember, that they brought that up within the series. So 6 years ago, he became a Yonko. 4 years before Timeskip, exactly, Akash Panda. So, yeah, that's true, Subra. I should have just asked the chat. I should have just asked chat. Chat is my wiki. Chat for sure is my wiki. Yo, Kev, man, the time is approaching for some chefing. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of Arcane and its greatness, we definitely need some chefery. We need some Steph Curry greatness happening here. So I wonder what the connection is there with Shanks becoming an emperor 6 years ago and Loki being chained up for 6 years, and that the last person who was here being Shanks. Now, is he referring to when Shanks was just recently here, right before he one-shotted a kid, or when he was last in the lowest plane in the Underworld? I'm curious. I'm very, very curious. And I'm also really curious about what they're going to be cooking with Saul here. This... I can't read that line again. With this final line. So... Let's go to the supers. Okay. Let's see right here. Oh, here it is, Phoebe. So, Phoebe comes in with a 10 and says, so the unfortunate news are that... Hold on, let me move the camera. So the unfortunate news are that, tragically for all of you, as of this chapter, me and Robin are married. Flag nerds, man, I thought I had a chance, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Yamato, if you're listening, disregard everything I'm about to say. You know, for the longest time, I always thought that Robin and I were soulmates, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yo, I was like, if anyone's gonna have a chance, it's me. You know, I believe myself to be the real life Law, where whether you're a Lobbin shipper, or a Frobbin shipper, or a whatever the Jimbei one is shipper, however it goes. I've always believed that it was the Recon X Robin, right? Like that's always been the strongest one for me. And once again, Yamato, if you're listening, disregard everything I just said. That's always the way. I always been the way I look at it. But I wasn't privy to your relationship, and so I apologize for stepping into boundaries that I didn't know. And you know, I'm congratulations after such a beautiful beautiful reveal. Rather than unfortunate news, I would say very fortunate news. If there's anyone besides myself that I would want to marry Robin, it would be you, Phoebe. So I'll love to you. I'll love to you and Robin in a future, in the future that is taking place here. I will be the first man at the wedding. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I realize this will cause great grief and loss for all, and I am not sorry. It's okay. It's okay. I will be at the wedding. I will be at the wedding. I will be at the wedding. But going back to see Subra and Yoshi, the fact that y'all are saying that y'all are snitching, like I said, there's no snitching to be had. Yamato knows where the loyalties lie, and even though, like I always say, Nami is my heart will always be where Nami goes, but I already asked Kaido for the deed, and so I can't go back on a promise made to my dragon. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about the ... dragon. I'm talking about the real dragon. For now, until the real actual dragon makes a move. Until the real dragon makes. So that's where me and Yamato lie. Now, Phoebe, once again, congratulations, and thanks, Robin, bro. I mean, can somebody send me a Akash Panda? Can you send me a colored version of that beautiful Robin panel? Actually, if anybody out there has colored that panel, can you send me a colored version of that Robin panel? I would very much appreciate it. Boise Bird then comes up with the 2 and says Robin Bangs will be recognized by BV as well. That's actually a really good point. So I was talking about that whenever we reached that final page, but Bangs Robin being recognized by Vivi, I think maybe even more important than Bangs Robin meeting up with Saul, because I feel like Saul would have recognized Robin no matter what. And whatever is happening here at the end of the chapter, it's obviously going to tie into that. But I think more so than that, if Vivi truly is going to return to us within this, okay, thank you. I will definitely check that here in a second. But I think that Vivi joining or meeting up with that side of the Straw Hats, as we talked about at the end of last chapter, could potentially be not just intentional on Oda's behalf, but intentional in regards to what Oda wants to do with Vivi and Robin as characters within this arc, right? And I love what Randy said yesterday in the Reverie about the potential, like, either Robin calling Vivi Miss Wednesday, or Vivi calling Robin Miss All Sunday, however it goes, until like they eventually call each other their actual names, or even if just one does it, accepting each other as fellow Straw Hats is going to be a very interesting thing to explore. And I think having the bangs is sort of going to force Vivi to look back on those memories even stronger, right? Like, look back on the Miss All Sunday that she once knew. And especially if Miss All Sunday rocks the Frankie hat. Because Frankie's got the Miss All Sunday hat on him already. You know, he's rocking it. He's rocking it. And so if Robin dons the hat, then it's truly Miss All Sunday again. So it'll be very interesting to explore that for sure. And I think if that is where Oda is going with the Robin Banks thing, then let's go. Let's go. Absolutely. Thank you, Boozy Bird. Subra comes in with a 1 hundos and says, 6 years ago, Shanks chained Loki and became Yonko most probably. So, okay, then Luffy bounty after Loki fight will be 3 plus 2.6. Ooh, the Gomu. I like that. Robin greatness. Absolutely. So, Subra, that's really interesting. So going on to your first comment here. So Shanks chaining up Loki. He chained up Loki and then became a Yonko after the events, is what you're saying. So he didn't become a Yonko and then make it to Elbaf and then chain him up. So you're saying that after Shanks chained up Loki, then he became a Yonko, which is what they're implying in this chapter. Very interesting. Very interesting because sort of to parallel Luffy's journey with Shanks, Shanks became an emperor after doing something major on an island that is disassociated from the rest of the world in an Elbaf. Luffy became an emperor after taking care of business in a land disassociated from the rest of the world that then caused him to be seen as this major threat, right? So maybe all the pieces of the puzzle came together where Shanks had done a lot of stuff, but then the Loki thing was like the final nail of like, okay, now we gotta make this man an emperor. Like, he's truly of that status, especially if they already knew that he was affiliated with the giants and how much they fear the giants, right? So there was a lot to go with the influence of an emperor and just him being that guy, obviously, but the idea behind it is so interesting because it could very well parallel what was happening in Wano too. Not exactly in terms of what they had to go through, but what the overall perception of it, right? I think is really interesting. Really, really interesting. Now, in your idea for the Luffy bounty after Loki fight being 3 plus 2.6, let's go. Let's flippin' go, yo. I love that idea. I really, 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 really love that idea. Give us the Gomu, Oda. Give us the Gomu. Bweezy Bird, thank you, Subra. Bweezy Bird comes in with the 5 and says, yeah, Kev, like, it'll be super, super compelling. Super, super compelling. So, Bweezy Bird comes in with a 5 and says, Brook keeps his afro for Laboon. So great touch that he is the one to cut Robin's hair for similar reason. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. He always keeps the afro in check so that when Laboon meets up with him again, he'll be like, oh, like, you're Brook, obviously, because of the afro. So for him to cut Robin's hair is such a great touch. I didn't even clock that. That adds an emotional reason to that now. That hits. That hits. That hits. Brandon King then comes to membership for 11 months. Thank you, Boozy Bird, once again. Brandon King comes to membership for 11 months, says, Saul, I have health issues. It used to be an issue, but then I got life alert. Bro, it's those commercials, man. I can't take it serious, bro. I can't take it serious. Yo, I really hope Saul is good. I love Jaguar D Saul, man. I really do. And I really want their reunion. But we can't do this, bro. Saul flashback. Help! I've fallen and I can't get up. Also, 11 months. Yo, Brandon King, almost a full year. Almost a full year, yo. Almost a full year. As a matter of fact, I think because of all the memberships, I think I might have unlocked a new emote. We might have to have a life alert emote. I might have to see if I can get a life alert emote going for the future. Yo, man, that is insane. That is actually insane. Thank you, Brandon King. See, we're on the same wavelength. I'm glad I'm not the only one that saw that too. Crazy stuff. Appreciate you, Brandon King. Akash Panda comes in with a 2 after that and says, Chapter 3, Zoro offered Luffy the same deal that Loki did. Oh, that's what it is. See, I was trying to think back throughout the course of the series and what it was that this reminded me of. And I was thinking back to the Davy Back fight and like the exchanges and how piratey that felt. But I didn't think about the beginning of the series. Like, very, very reminiscent to the Zoro thing. You're absolutely right. Zoro offering Luffy the same deal that Loki did. So interesting. I love that idea. Love that idea. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely check the Discord now. Here, let me see. Camera-sama has fallen and can't get up. That's perfect, Quack too. That is Camera-sama's life. Camera-sama's entire life is, I've fallen and I can't get up. And I can't do anything until the stupid guy stops jumping. That is Camera-sama's life. Seriously. Akash Panda. While I think about that, let me grab... Where's my phone? Oh, I think I threw it when I saw the Shanks... when I saw the Shanks thing in the... Okay, I got it. Yeah, because I had it in my lap. And then I saw the Shanks got mentioned, and I immediately jumped out of my seat. So yeah, going back to the Akash, while I load up Discord here, going back to the Akash Panda comment, I think that is so very interesting for that, because it just makes it feel so piratey, and not just so piratey. Once again, Akash Panda, going back to what Oda was thinking of when he created One Piece, when he was creating the early stages of One Piece, he was thinking about stuff like this. Even to the point to where one of the most important characters and interactions in the entire series, which is Zoro meeting Luffy, happened in a very similar way. So this just has the spirit of One Piece going for it, and I think that's something that really drives it home. Okay, yeah, let's see this. All right, so I'm tagged here. Okay, so here's the Gordosei color scheme. All right, I love Moltres. Moltres works for me. Workery, I feel like I've seen it in the anime, but I think the mix of green and pink, okay, I could see it. I like the pink. Saturn being purple, I like the fire in the background with the black flames, but I don't know about the purple. I feel like I'll have to wait and see the purple in the anime to see if I truly rock with it. There's just something about it. Because I love the color purple. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I like purple so much I don't want Saturn to have it. Maybe that might be what it is. So, we'll go with waiting for the anime on that one. Nostro, red and black, love it. Pink right here on the face, love it. Automatic, love it. It looks as raw as ever. The Dune Worm, that's like a red mix here with purple. Yeah, I guess it works. I suppose that might be another wait for the anime for me, but looks dope. Yeah, it looks all right. I think my favorites for sure are Moltres with that color scheme, and Nostro with that color scheme. I think those go hard. Those go hard for me. I definitely appreciate those. Now, oh, hold on, man. Can I show this? The chapter's out, right? The chapter's officially out. I just read it in Viz. I don't want to get struck down. All right, so dude, this looks flipping amazing. Yo, so Akash Panda and Subra both posted. Oh my God, Subra, don't do this to me, bro. Subra posted an image of young Robin, then pre-time skip Robin. And now Robin again, showing the journey. Oh, that hits in the feels, dude. That hits the feels, yo. She's at peace. She's at peace. I appreciate y'all so much for sending me those. Truly, truly appreciate it. Truly appreciate it. I really wish I could show y'all. I wish I could show, but we're not trying to get another copyright strike. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so Kev. So let me read this comment by Kev, and then we'll get back to the supers. So my boy Kev comes in and says, "Okay, here's the cook. I think that Shanks became an emperor because he chained up Loki, but he was planning something. I think Shanks chained up Loki because Loki wanted Elbaf to go to war against the world government. Shanks held Loki back because he knew it was too early for Elbaf to make their move. Similar to what happened with Kaido. This would be a great way to parallel people who raided Onigashima too early. Shanks got the position of Yonko for doing this and stopping a massive conflict, giving him an in with the Gorosei. Outside the Garland connection, but to be for real, they might not have associated with him because he didn't associate with Dofi, but that's not important. Essentially, Shanks bet on Luffy, and Shanks' association with Elbaf would without a doubt lead Luffy to come to Elbaf one way or another. Luffy meets Loki, Luffy claims Elbaf as a territory, and then finally the war begins. So you think it's sort of paralleling what happened in Marineford, where he stopped Kaido from doing what he wanted to do, but allowed Luffy to live his journey before he stepped in once Luffy was no longer a part of that experience. Once he was knocked out of Marineford, that's when Shanks showed up. So Shanks did not allow Loki to go to war with the world government because he knew or had a thing within his heart that told him that that would eventually be Luffy's role. And so I'm not going to allow you to do that. Similar to not allowing Kaido to go to Marineford. I think that's super interesting, actually. From a Shanks perspective and how I look at him as a character. I think if what you have here, Kev, is on the right track and or the correct way of looking at this, then it allows me to view Shanks in sort of like a... I've always viewed him in a... Obviously, he's one of my favorite characters, but the lens on him has always been of so much intrigue and interest for not knowing his motivations. But I think having this and his value as a Yonko being so seeped in keeping balance, not just within the Emperors and the WG and the Marines, but also within like conflicts like that, right? Like trying to stop the Ace stuff from happening beforehand when he met up with Whitebeard, attempting to stopping Kaido from going to Marineford, and like you're saying here, if he stopped Loki from declaring war, thinking of the future and maintaining balance, so much of that stuff is extremely fascinating to me, and also is so consistent with his character that I do like that cook a lot, Kev. But when you parallel it there with the Luffy situation, I think it's super interesting. Especially with like the people who raided Onigashima too early. Like, that's so true. That's so true. Like, maybe he was trying to save Loki by not allowing him to be to make it up there. Interesting stuff, Kev. Interesting stuff. Very, very interesting stuff. So, now, let me go ahead and see the super that I missed and the membership message that I missed. Thank you for sending me that, by the way, Kev, as well as Subra and Akash Panda for sending me the colored version of the Robin panel. I appreciate you guys. I have the colored version of the Luffy panel from last chapter. I've been looking at the thing nonstop. The one whenever he's chilling on top of the bridge. Such a cool panel. I love it. I have the colored version of that. in my phone. Definitely going to put the Robin one next to that. East Boo Saga comes in with a 5. Love that name. East Boo Saga comes in with a 5 and says, I came here for a solid reaction to Robin Bangs, but I stayed for the cook. Yo, I want to see everyone else's reaction to Robin Bangs. Especially for the individuals in this community that I know really, really love Robin. Like, I'm very much looking forward to seeing their reactions to this chapter. I feel like that'd be super, super fun. But I stayed for the cook. That's all the chat does is cook. That's all they know how to do is cook. That's all the chat knows how to do is cook. So I take no credit for East Boo Saga. Apologize. East Boo Saga. The cooking comes from the community. The beloved chat that we have here they're unreal. Absolutely unreal. Thank you, East Blue Saga. Then Recon comes in membership for 32 months and says, Loki's beasts are reused from Strong World concepts. Don't make me rewatch Strong World, Recon. I'm already a massive Nami fan as it is. You know what I'm saying? I can't rewatch something that makes the Nami love even stronger. I can't rewatch something that makes the One Piece love even stronger. You know what I'm saying? Loki's beasts are reused from Strong World concepts. I completely forgot about that. You are so right. Yes. 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 From the ideas, even the ones that made it into the final film. Yes. Yes, Recon. I definitely see it. I most certainly see it. Like, man, yo, Recon cooked with that. That is so true. So true. And it gives me an excuse to rewatch Strong World. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, Recon. Thank you so much. Membership for 32 months is insane. That is almost 3 years. 3 years. Oh, we got a Japanese message here. Let me see. But all love to you, Recon, yo. Thank you. Let me see. AJ was crying last night at the panel. Oh, yeah, I know how much AJ loves Robin. I'm sure it must have hit. It must have really hit. Saw Matt Owens and Randy's chat, and he was hype for the Robin. We love it. We love it. Nami was the MC of Legoland, and now this. You feel me, Quack, too? It's like, it never ends. It never ends. Nami fans always eating. Don't forget, Quack, too. Nami was the MC of Legoland, and then we get the One Piece fan letter, which is Nami fan heaven. And now we got to rewatch Strong World. So it's like, man. So let me go ahead and translate this. Silvershot says, hashtag Lodestar will be my arc. Lodestar. I'm calling it right now, Silvershot. Lodestar will end up being the best transition arc in the entire series. Lodestar will be greater than the Reverie. Lodestar will be better than Zoe. Lodestar will be better than any of those. Any Ajaya, it'll be better than any transition arc. It will be the GOAT transition arc. The transition arc of Legends. Lodestar will be the one. Lodestar will be the one. Now, let's see this. Let's go ahead and translate this message here. I absolutely love this individual's comments. I gotta translate this. Okay. When Loki is released, he goes on a rampage. Robin returns to his pre-time skip hairstyle. King returns to his appearance without a mustache. King returns to his appearance with a mustache. The sumo wrestler collapses from eating too much Wendy's and can't get up. And One Piece number 726 activate the life alert system while watching this story. And let me tell you something. I feel like life alert needed to be activated after all of us turned the page, read a few panels, and looked down and saw the Robin panel for sure. Life alert needed to be activated. I cannot blame the Saul situation in the slightest. I cannot blame in the slightest. But King without a mustache, now that is Void Sentry. King without a mustache, you know. When I first started this channel, because I was working in a restaurant, I couldn't have any facial hair in the slightest, and so that is true. That is very, very true. That's Void Sentry King Recon. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about Void Sentry King. Void Sentry, old channel King Recon, is someone that could even get me taken out of this. You know, we can't bring that up. We can't bring that up. And so, okay, I got you, Super. Let me pull up my phone real quick. Kid will free Loki? Oh, that's actually a really interesting thought. Kid freeing Loki. Dude, Super brought like 100 different versions of this panel. Yo! Oh, this Nami one looks super cool, Subra. Thank you for sending that one too. Dude, this Robin one looks amazing. Someone redrew the Robin panel from scratch. Wow, that looks amazing. Yo, people have been cooking. What? Oh, that all dope. All dope. Super, you should definitely post those in the Discord. Most certainly, so everyone else can see it. Awesome stuff. I really like this one. I love this one right here. Whoever drew this one is, I mean, wow. Fantastic redraw. Got him in the feels again with that last one. Sweet Mother of Flagnards. Amazing. Amazing stuff. Lodestar being the second to last island on the Grand Line, the last island on the Grand Line to be traced to the log post. I want to say it is the last island, right? Like it is the final island on the Grand Line. It's just it's because nobody knows where Laugh Tale is, so it is the last island to be traced to log post, like you said. So it's the last one that can be. That can pick up the what is it called again? It's the magnetic waves, the electromagnetic waves that are picked up by log poses. I believe. Yo, it was a crazy time, Kev. You know, I'll never forget. I walked into the restaurant, and they were like, "Yo, we can't have people with facial hair here," and I was like, "All right, I need a job. Screw it, we'll shave it off." And it was babyface Recon for a while, and then after I got hired, a couple months after that, they hired somebody else, and they let him keep his facial hair, and I was like, "What we got going on here? What do we got going on here, Coach?" And so I was like, "Okay, y'all thought we had the mustache before. Now we're coming with big gold Roger energy, capital D." So I was like, now we're really hitting him with the mustache. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, no. Now we're going back to it. Now we're really going back to it. Phoebe says, also, I've said this before, but I hope you keep up that energy with Yamato when they meet up with Ivankov and has to look like Odin. I mean, Odin looks awesome. So I'll keep the energy up. I'll keep the energy up. Listen, Yamato pulls up, rocking the Odin hairstyle. How can I say no to that, Phoebe? You know what? How can I say no to that? How could I say no to a Yamato rocking the Odin haircut? How could I say no to that? How could I say that? Now, TBA on any future potential situations in regards to us getting another Robin panel of this magnitude for another character. But for right now, never turning my back on Yamato. For now. Especially with the Odin haircut, we're in there like swimwear. And like swimwear. Yeah, Quag 2, like, I feel the same way. So Quag 2 says, it's wild to see a Straw Hat getting another permanent design change. Who knows what will happen in the final saga. That's how I feel about it too, Quag 2. I think that's one of the most shocking parts about it is, obviously, after Return to Sabaody, everybody's hasn't stayed the same, obviously. Their outfits changed throughout the arcs, and some of them have had their best outfits in the entire series in a lot of these arcs. But just like pre-time skip, like, a lot of the characters looked very similar throughout the entire course of the pre-time skip, just changing their outfits. And then we get the exact same thing in post-time skip. So you wouldn't expect to get something of this magnitude until you had another time skip, which is why I think this is so surprising. So now I really don't know what's in store for us heading into Laugh Tale, where there could be another major change, like someone getting a scar that is very visible, or someone losing a body part that is very visible, or something like that. Like I'm obviously that's taking it to the extreme, but I'm not going to throw that out of the realm of possibility anymore, because I feel like now that Robin has her bangs, once again, that being such a major shift within the character design, I think that opens up, like you said, the opportunity for us to see other characters potentially have their stuff potentially changed as well. Whether it is, like I said, something as extreme as a body part missing, and or something like a scar, or something that's permanent, like a permanent change that continues to follow them throughout the course of the rest of the series, which I think is really, really interesting. Lazy Muffo says, nah, I can't do it. Not the Odin hair. Bro, the Odin hair goes hard. It goes hard. Luffy and Shanks panel. Coach, your mustache. Legit, bro. Legit. Y'all gotta understand. The Recon requested Thread King? Where did you post that? I don't see it in the DM. Oh, I see it here. Okay, let me see. Worst Gen... Yo, shout out to Worst Gen HQ, by the way. So let's see. Elbaf Animals, Strong World Monsters. Shiki's coming back? Please. Thread about all the monsters we saw in the last chapter in One Piece that come from the movie Strong World. The gorilla. Okay. Wait, what? The flag marks? Where does it stop there? Oh, I gotta open it on my computer. I don't have it linked on here. Let me see. The flipping Odin here is wild. All right, so let's see. Elbaf Animals. Okay, the gorilla. The snake, yes. The mammoth, yes. The bear, yes. The bison, ooh, yes. The dino deer, oh wow, yeah. The sea monster. Is Shiki coming back? We had all monsters from Strong World and Elbaf. What if this guy is Shiki and the bird Scarman who will protect the last road poneglyph? Now, I'm not sure about the importance of Shiki from this point forward in regards to the overall narrative of the story. I don't know how deep Oda wants to get with that. But I think if there is a legacy character like that from a movie that has so much importance to the old, what happened beforehand in One Piece, before Luffy's era, in a character like Shiki, that so much of the fandom loves and appreciates for both the movie and the Strong World Chapter 0. If there is one character that can be seamlessly weaved back into the story and have it work similar to how they did it back in Impel Down, it is a Shiki. I don't think Shiki will be the person that is protecting the Final World Poneglyph, but I can see what's being built here with the animals, what we saw in Elbaf, and now Shiki potentially having a role to play within this arc as well, and this being our insight into that. I think that is huge, and absolutely could be a major possibility that I would love, and I think everybody would love. Who doesn't want to see more Shiki, right? We all want to see more Shiki, and I think going into the Strong World thing, actually seeing it like this, because I was remembering it off memory, but actually seeing it like this is just so incredibly fascinating. Wow. Super cool. Super cool stuff. Thank you for linking that my way. Miss says, shout out to Miss, yo. Loki got the potential for the best arc-specific character. Need him to have an insane fruit. Helios or Jormungandr fruit would be peak. Yeah, honestly. So, the fruit is obviously going to be something legendary according to the what was stated last chapter. You know, he went out, took he had to kill the king in order to get hold of this legendary fruit, sort of, you know, showcasing the Blackbeard, the pirate in him, right? Once again, going back into this chapter and how piratey Loki feels, and then going back to 1130 and being like, yeah, he truly did feel like Blackbeard, going in and taking somebody out specifically for the purposes of having a fruit, right? So, but having a fruit that is directly tied to a Jormungandr, a Helios, or something of that nature, I think that would be super cool and unique, honestly. And very, very specific to Loki and in the individuals in Elbaf. I think that would be super, super cool. Because obviously last week, whenever the chapter came out, we were talking about like the potential original owner of the Gomu Gomu no Mi, or some sort of thing that could be like reminiscent of like a meta, or because that's what Hadra Deen was going for. There's a few different things that could be specified, that could be looked at as a legendary ability. But looking at it from that perspective is super interesting as well. Something that's like so unique to that culture. He bet his mustache to the new generation. Watch out, Kev. Yeah, white-haired Loki would go hard. Loki's about to have neon green hair. That would look pretty cool too. Purple-haired Loki. I mean, I think we just have to wait and see like how it would see in the anime. Honestly, Loki's gonna get the Prince Groose treatment. Can you imagine? You know, I've gotten used to Prince Groose's hair. Honestly, Phoebe. Like, I was watching the anime whenever we were watching the batch of episodes, the 11-19 to whatever it was, the stream that we did last week. Was it last week? Yeah, I think it was last week. And I didn't. The Prince Groose thing didn't even. I just got so used to it. I think it actually looks good.
Now, a One Piece character's hair color is never what you expect. Who's about to create a new color to prove real? Yeah, seriously. Excuse me, it's never what we expect. But I feel like with a character like Loki, I don't know if we can. I don't even know if we can like necessarily miss. Like I'm just trying to think about all the different possible hair combinations, and I feel like the anime would make it look so good, no matter the hair color. If it works, it works. That's how I feel about a Silver Shot. Instant Messenger Sama comes in with a 5 and says, so we have multiple sun gods now, and each of them serves a different purpose. So Instant Messenger Sama, the way that I look at it now, and thank you so much for the super and coming in with the with the thought process. So this is the way I'm looking at Instant Messenger Sama. I think that Loki is doing what Luffy. It's 12 o'clock at night, guys. I just had a 12-hour stream yesterday, or I was in there for like 9 hours. A 9-hour stream yesterday. My brain is exhausted. You know what I'm saying? Luffy. But anyways, Loki. Loki's going to this plot, this idea with what just happened. Are we still live? Okay, we're still live. We're still live. Now my screen went completely error again. Okay, anyway, going back to what I was just saying, Loki is going to from Doopies. Loki is to the sun god idea and concept in this arc. What I sort of saw what Kaido was trying to be with Joy Boy in Wano. We had a character that had so many qualities of said character without actually being the character and attempting to be that character, right? So we have obviously in this chapter we saw Loki with like the befriending the animals and things of that nature, that where he could potentially have like certain qualities that would be like a sun god. Now, I think there is an interesting possibility for a down the line scenario of Oda exploring through the flashback first and foremost, having Joy Boy show up on Elbaf, the individuals of the giant. See, but this is my thing, right? Nika as an idea, as a concept within the flashback, when that gets fleshed out and we see why so many individuals look up to Nika, whether the information that we received from this character is accurate or not, or if it's misrepresented, or if it's extremely accurate and that's exactly how the character was. When we see the character within the flashback, I feel like we'll be able to come out of that, especially coming off of an egghead that gave us two Joy Boys, a Joy Boy and a Joy Girl dual combo, and how they could coexist because of the inspiration that was given from the other. I feel like in a very similar vein with the dynamic that we're building here with Loki and Luffy, we could have a character that could denounce Luffy as at first as the actual individual, and then accepts the fact that Luffy is the real one, but doesn't denounce his own version of that too. Where we have a Loki that believes that he is the sun god, but at the end of the arc and through his character journey comes to the realization that though he is not the one that is envisioned in the legends, he can create his own version of that for the future generations, right? Like, because he sees a Luffy who does not care about that title, who actually is that thing, Loki can then carve that out in the future as his own version of that without trying to be someone else. And I think that could also be a very interesting character journey to explore with someone like Loki. And so with the multiple sun god concept, I think what we're going to be dealing with is how these characters sort of are said character, like a Luffy, and doesn't care about it, while also, of course, carrying the qualities. Or a character like a Loki, or like I said, with a Kaido, or a Bonnie, who have been searching for these things, and then have them come into and exist before them, and how they end up reacting to that. So that's the way that I'm looking at it, is the Messenger Sama, and I very much love what could happen with the Sun God concept heading into this arc, especially with the introduction being so heavily intertwined with both the Roddy stuff and now with Loki and everything this had to do with the Sun God stuff so far. I just really like what they've been doing. Man, thoughts all over the place. Like I said, I've had a lot of craziness within the past 24 hours, but I love discussing that because I think it is going to be such a central and important aspect of this arc as we head deeper and deeper into it. I mean, that's how we started the arc, right? And now having Loki, whom we've known about for so long, have that be such an integral part of his character is going to make that even more prominent later on. But thank you, Semester Sama. I appreciate you, and sorry for the not being able to coherently put those thoughts together. But that's what we do here. That's what we do here, and it's the chat that ties everything together. So all love to you, Semester Sama. Akash Panda then comes up with the 5 and says, "Have been thinking about the Harno Saga a lot. Here's the order in which I think the main events will happen: Shanks reunion, Shanks versus Blackbeard." And it continues out with another super chat that says, "Luffy versus Blackbeard, Luffy Akainu, Zoro Mihawk, finding the last road Poneglyph, finding the One Piece, Dragon Emu, Luffy Emu." Thoughts? So Akash Panda, I was actually thinking about this yesterday whenever you posted the question in the Reverie. And I wish I would have had the opportunity to discuss it there. So, and I'm actually, please, for anyone who would like to talk about this in chat as well, as like your own version of this list, I would be very interested in seeing it. So the way I see it is this. I think that we'll be getting, agreed with you there on Shanks reunion, Shanks Blackbeard. Where it then starts getting iffy for me is then after that. Because for me, I still don't know what Oda's planning with Luffy and Blackbeard and Luffy and Emu. I'm assuming after Egghead that Emu is the final boss. I mean, just the way that the character's being built up, having 800 years of tyranny, or not even just tyranny, of just ruling, and the 800 years of history on Luffy's back in order to take care of that. It just feels like it's the entire One Piece story taking place there, right? With him boxing Emu. But because it's a pirate manga, Luffy versus Blackbeard could most certainly also be the final the final fight, right? So I'm gonna say Emu today because, like I said, Egghead truly made both in the Egghead events and out of Egghead events, and I know that Voice Sentry is gonna make it feel that way even more. That Emu just truly feels like the final thing that we need to overcome, right? So I'm gonna go Shanks reunion, Shanks versus Blackbeard, and then for the next few, I mean, besides Shanks reunion, I saw a comment that said this earlier on like all of them happening around the same time. I honestly feel like that's very true. We're gonna have the Shanks versus Blackbeard stuff happening the same time as a Zoro versus Mihawk, or a Dragon versus Emu, those all feel like they could happen at the exact same time for me, which is in that like Laugh Tale stretch. Now, finding the Last Road Poneglyph may actually come before those. So it could go Shanks Reunion, Last Road Poneglyph, then we get Shanks versus Blackbeard, or then we get a Zoro versus Mihawk, or then we get Dragon versus Emu, because Dragon versus Emu can come at any time, because that's not going to be the final interaction between Emu and a prominent character. So it could be Dragon versus Emu, either Dragon gets taken out or that fight gets interrupted or whatever. And then we have the crazy Gods Knights versus Revolutionaries. And then later on, we'll have the Emu versus Luffy, Emu versus Blackbeard, whatever, however it's going to happen. And then Luffy versus the Kainu / Sabo versus the Kainu is most certainly feels like a super endgame thing for me as well. So I would push that towards the back. So the order would be like something like Shanks Reunion, Final Road Poneglyph, then, or because like I said, Shanks, Blackbeard, Dragon, Emu for me feel like they could happen at any time. So Shanks, Blackbeard, and Dragon versus Emu right after Shanks Reunion, then Last Road Poneglyph. Then that's whenever all of the rest of that stuff is endgame for me. Zoro versus Mihawk, Luffy versus the Kainu, Luffy versus Blackbeard, Luffy versus Emu. Those all feel endgame to me. Now, in what order they go, not sure, because I don't know how Oda wants to take the story. But those all feel endgame to me, for sure. So that would be my answer for that Akash Panda. If I'm a betting man, today I would go that Blackbeard and Emu are the last two. Specifically because I feel like Luffy definitely runs it back with the Kainu for what happened with Ace. But I feel like that's ultimately going to end up being Sabo's job and role is the Akainu battle. Potentially. So then Luffy versus Blackbeard for sure is going to happen. And so is Luffy versus Emu. But I will say this. If Emu truly does have like a cartoon abilities as we've been seeing throughout like the 1085 chapter, if we're truly gonna have full cartoon nonsense, that has to be the final fight. It's gotta be the final fight, man. It's just gotta be. Yeah, exactly. Oda's been hyping up the final war for a reason. So Super says, I mostly disagree with it as I don't think Shanks will be killed. Luffy, Loki, Luffy, Blackbeard, then Luffy, Shanks reunion, and then Zoro, Mihawk, and Luffy, Shanks final war for One Piece, Luffy, and Blackbeard against Emu. That'd be so hype. That would be so incredibly hype. But yeah, I agree with the end game stuff. So you don't think Luffy Shanks will happen for a long time then? The Luffy Shanks reading that will happen after Luffy vs. Blackbeard. That's actually interesting. I didn't even think about that. But like all of that seems viable to me. Like both the Akash Pandas and yours, they all seem very, very viable. Of course, Akash Panda. Thank you so much for sending it. So Super plays. Is that one game? How do you say that? Nikki? Nikki? I'm going to assume? Nikki. Alatreon, so Super Alatreon, comes to membership for 2 months and says, this chapter is a better view of Loki's hammer. Could it be bound to him like Mjolnir? Always returns to Thor. Surely there's not a reason to confiscate. True that. Yeah, with the hammer. I didn't even truly think about the implications of that, but you're absolutely right. It really was like you could see it. And so yeah, I think that will be the Oda's version of the Mjolnir here, for sure. Which is gonna be super cool, y'all, when we see that. Like him rocking the hammer. That's gonna be so dope. So incredibly dope. Thank you, Super Plays. Appreciate you, Super Alatreon. Then Instant Mr. Sama comes in with a 20 and says, wasn't Mother Caramel the first person who mentioned the sun god in general? No. I believe the first individual that mentioned the sun god was back in Skypiea. Yes, yeah, it was in Skypiea. because it was the big snake thing. So it wasn't Skypiea, and then it was brought up again by Mother Caramel. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that was the next time that it was brought up. I believe. But yeah, the first time it was brought up was back in Skypiea. Maybe Loki's trying to inherit the moniker of Sun God, which he can't. The moniker of Sun God, which he can. In the end, Loki meeting Luffy was a fated encounter. It most certainly is a fated encounter. And it's going to... It's going to set the course for Loki's character arc from this point on, which is what I'm so excited to see. I'm excited to see how Loki, when Loki sees everyone else's reactions to Luffy, especially when he's in the Gear 5 state. Maybe even Loki's reaction himself to when he sees Luffy in the Gear 5 state. And how that will go into his thought process and how he views himself. And how he views the Sun God thing in general. Is going to be so interesting. So incredibly interesting. Oh yeah, is that the way you say it? Mjolnir? Mjolnir? I don't know how you say it. Mjolnir. Yes, Andratic. Greatness. How's Metaphor going for you so far, bro? Did you finish it? I'm super close to finishing it. Super. At least I think. I think I'm super close to finishing it. But I love it. I really do. I think it is a spectacular video game. Definitely one of the best ones I played this year. I have played some of the best games I've ever played this year, man. It's been a magnificent year for video games. But what a masterful thing they were cooking in the kitchen for 8 years in Metaphor. It's truly special. Like Miosgard. Okay, so Mjolnir. Luffy Shanks is material to me as Zoro Mihawk. Luffy goals surpassing Shanks and then King of the Pirates and Unknown. So I think Luffy and Zoro will achieve that simultaneously with the final war. Okay, I could see that, Subra. Absolutely. Yeah. Especially when you put it in that type of parallel. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Mjolnir. Okay. So I have to emphasize the end of it as well. Mjolnir. Loki seeing Bonnie first would be interesting, I think, in G5. Yeah, that would be super cool. Cause here. So rather than seeing Luffy first in G5, sees Bonnie in G5 and is like, wait a minute. Like, what am I dealing with? There's two. It'll be like he's Squidward, you're Squidward, we're all Squidward. You know? We're all the Sun God. That would be hilarious, yo. He's Squidward, you're Squidward, we're all Squidward. That would be such a great... Yes, please, Bonnie, transform in front of Loki and have that be a moment. Please have that be a moment. I would love that so much. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to be it for today. Considering the magnitude of what we're currently experiencing, there's nothing more that I would love to do than keep going and continue to theorize about a lot of this stuff. But I also really want to do Hunter x Hunter tomorrow. So I need to catch some Z's so I can wake up early enough to do Hunter x Hunter. Before I have to get on with the rest of the day. And so this was a really special one, coming off of not just a reverie yesterday, but like I said, the first couple chapters of Elbaf, and really now starting to get into not only just the flow of the arc, but how things are shaping up and setting the plot threads and things of that nature. So it was such a great chapter. Luffy and Loki greatness, setting up where everybody else is. Bangs Robin, man. bangs Robin, and Saul, and the phrase that shall not be named. So, and then Shanks, dude. And it's just like, what a chapter. And it gives us so much to think about as we head into the next chapter. And, dude, thank God there's no break. And we're going to have some peak next week. I can't wait. I cannot wait. And so, Akash Panda comes in with a 2 and says, will the real sun god please stand up? That's what when we get to it in the anime, it's going to be, will the real sun god please stand up? And the he's Squidward, your Squidward, we're all Squidward. All back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? As there should be. As there should be. Yeah, will the real one stand up? And we all know who's going to be standing up. It's the king. It's the king. And so I appreciate y'all so much. Really, really dope chapter. And I feel like in the midst of all the greatness that has been dropping, we all know that the best of this arc is yet to come. And it already feels like it's off to a spectacular start. Spectacular start. So to everyone that joined us here today, especially on a late Monday night, where a lot of us are getting up to go to work tomorrow, I truly do appreciate, or school, or whatever it is that has to be done. I really do appreciate y'all sticking by with me today for experiencing this greatness. We'll be back next week for more One Piece. And like I said, tomorrow will be Hunter x Hunter. I really, really want to do the top 5 of the week this week because I've just experienced so much greatness. If anybody within this chat is interested in hearing my thoughts on Metaphor, Arcane, Look Back, and the other greatness I've experienced this week from a manga standpoint, it's going to be a really, really good top 5 of the week this week from if I get the opportunity to record it. And so, a lot of greatness in store. So I look forward to seeing y'all for One Piece next week, or this week, because we're not recording this on Friday, we're doing this on Sunday. So I most certainly can't wait to see the next chapter and where we go from here. Will Vivi be showing up soon for that Robin Bangs moment? Or are we cooking something else up in the kitchen there? What's going on with Dr. Saul? And Luffy and Loki, man. What is Loki about to bring up, dude? I can't wait for it. Y'all have a good one. Take care, y'all. And have a blessed night. Let's go, man. Hey, shout out Eagles football. We won today, baby. Eagles and Man United. Let's go, man.